What if your rookie quarterback just rewrote Cleveland Browns history while your coach was already gone? That's exactly what happened with Shedeur Sanders. The Browns have struggled for years, cycling through quarterbacks, draft picks, and franchise saviors who never panned out. Fans have seen it all from Otto Graham to Derek Anderson, yet the QB curse lingered until now. Shedeur Sanders didn't come in as a first-round prodigy. He was a fifth-round pick, flying under the radar, yet he seized the moment. Despite starting only the final 7 games of the season, he earned a Pro Bowl selection, a feat no Browns rookie quarterback had accomplished since 2007. And he didn't just make the roster, he cemented his name alongside franchise legends like Otto Graham and Bernie Kosar. But here's the kicker: while Sanders was proving himself on the field, he was also turning heads off it. He's in Paris right now with his brother Shiloh, modeling for Louis Vuitton, blending NFL superstardom with global cultural influence. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski, the coach who struggled to trust him, is in Atlanta, likely questioning his own decisions. This isn't just about stats or awards. It's about a young quarterback overcoming skepticism, defying a dysfunctional system, and capturing the attention of fans, media, and history alike. It's about timing, opportunity, and talent that refuses to be ignored. And the story doesn't stop there. Sanders' rise has already shifted the conversation around Cleveland's coaching, roster, and future. But what happened next? What Sanders did to solidify his place in NFL history while keeping humility and style at the forefront will leave you stunned. Hold on, the full story is about to unfold. What if your rookie quarterback stepped onto the field and immediately shattered expectations, while his coach was still questioning him? That's exactly the story of Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. For years, the franchise has cycled through quarterbacks, draft picks, and supposed saviors, from Otto Graham to Derek Anderson, yet the QB curse persisted. Fans had grown weary, doubting whether any rookie could truly make an impact. Enter Sanders, a fifth-round pick whose talent was undeniable, yet whose opportunity seemed limited. Despite starting only the final 7 games of the season, Sanders didn't just survive, he thrived. In that short span, he earned a Pro Bowl selection, becoming the first Browns rookie quarterback to do so since 2007. That alone would be historic, but Sanders' performance went beyond numbers. He demonstrated poise under pressure, launched explosive downfield plays, and elevated an offense that many believed was too inconsistent to succeed. Receivers like Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper had struggled with separation and inconsistency, yet Sanders adapted, showing maturity beyond his years. Meanwhile, the coaching situation added another layer to the drama. Kevin Stefanski, who had been hesitant to fully trust Sanders, now watches from Atlanta as the rookie he once benched makes NFL history. Some fans argue that Sanders' potential was squandered in those early weeks, and imagining what he could have accomplished with a full season fuels endless debate. Yet Sanders remained focused, proving that talent finds a way, even when systems, coaches, or skeptics stand in the way. And the story extends beyond the field. Sanders' impact resonates culturally, too. While making history in Cleveland, he's been turning heads in Paris, modeling alongside his brother Shiloh for Louis Vuitton. Combining athletic excellence with global visibility, Sanders has become more than a quarterback. He's a symbol of resilience and multifaceted success. This rookie breakthrough isn't just about accolades. It's a statement that skill, preparation, and self-belief can overcome doubts, skepticism, and even coaching missteps. Cleveland fans are witnessing a young quarterback writing his own legacy while simultaneously reshaping the franchise's narrative. But this is only the beginning. The real question now is how Sanders' rise will influence Cleveland's coaching decisions, the development of the team, and his future trajectory. One thing is clear: Shedeur Sanders isn't just making history, he's rewriting what it means to be a Browns quarterback. Shedeur Sanders isn't just turning heads on the gridiron, he's making waves far beyond the football field. While most rookies are buried in playbooks, film sessions, and practice, Sanders has managed to craft a brand, a persona, and a presence that few players his age can match. As his Pro Bowl announcement hit, Sanders was halfway across the world in Paris, modeling alongside his brother Shiloh for Louis Vuitton. It's rare to see a young quarterback balance athletic success with high-fashion visibility, and Sanders does it with ease. This isn't just about photo shoots or runway walks. It's a statement. By embracing fashion and culture while simultaneously achieving NFL recognition, Sanders is showing that elite athletes today can be multidimensional. Fans are reacting in droves, social media buzzing with praise, admiration, and even envy. The juxtaposition is striking. While Kevin Stefanski wrestles with coaching questions in Atlanta, Sanders is making history in Cleveland while effortlessly strutting for high-end brands. That contrast alone fuels the narrative of a rookie breaking free from constraints and crafting his own story. Some critics have suggested that off-field distractions could impact performance, but Sanders is proving them wrong. His focus on preparation, film study, and leadership hasn't wavered. In fact, his off-field pursuits seem to enhance his confidence, allowing him to enter games with a calm, self-assured presence that few rookies possess. This balance of professionalism and personal expression is helping him carve out a unique identity, both as a player and as a public figure. There's also a cultural component that can't be ignored. As the son of Deion Sanders, Shedeur naturally attracts media attention, but he isn't relying solely on legacy. His humility, gratitude, and approachable personality endear him to fans, while his style choices and global visibility extend his reach beyond traditional football audiences. He's bridging sports, fashion, and culture in a way that few rookies ever manage. The implications are huge. Sanders isn't just building a career, he's creating leverage for future contracts, endorsement opportunities, and influence in the league. Teams and coaches now have to consider not only his on-field talent but the marketing and cultural weight he brings. In a league that increasingly values brand and marketability, Sanders is already ahead of the curve. What we're witnessing is a new type of quarterback, one who can dominate on the field and thrive off it, setting a precedent for how young stars can shape their own narrative. Paris might just be the first chapter, but the world is taking notice, and Shedeur Sanders' story is only getting started. While Shedeur Sanders soars on and off the field, the coaching narrative around him has sparked intense debate. Kevin Stefanski, the Browns' former head coach, is suddenly at the center of scrutiny. Sanders' historic Pro Bowl selection shines a glaring spotlight on a season many now view as mishandled. From the very start, Stefanski's approach seemed cautious, even restrictive. Bold decisions were avoided, trust was limited, and opportunities for Sanders to showcase his talent early were few and far between. Critics argue that this hesitation may have cost the team wins and possibly a stronger rookie season for Sanders. Shedeur didn't get the starting role until the final 7 games. In that short stretch, he proved what many suspected all along: he belonged on the field. Imagine what could have happened if he had a full season to build chemistry with his receivers, refine reads, and develop under a confident system. Analysts are asking the same question fans are screaming: did Stefanski squander a once-in-a-generation talent by waiting too long? The contrast is almost cinematic. While Sanders is earning accolades in Cleveland and strutting in Paris, Stefanski faces questions in Atlanta about quarterback development and his next steps. Reports suggest he may regret not giving Sanders the nod sooner, but speculation aside, the results speak for themselves. Sanders flourished despite limited support, proving that natural ability combined with resilience can overcome even cautious coaching decisions. There's also a ripple effect for the Browns franchise. The coaching search is now framed around Sanders' potential. Whoever steps in next inherits a Pro Bowl rookie who has thrived amid dysfunction. That's a rare position for any coach, a quarterback who has already demonstrated elite skill without being fully unleashed. The narrative flips the power dynamic. The player is now the centerpiece, and the next coach must adapt to him, not the other way around. Fans and media are relentless, dissecting every call Stefanski made, from lineup choices to game management. Some suggest that his analytical, risk-averse approach blinded him to obvious talent. Others defend him, arguing that rookie growing pains are inevitable. But Sanders' performance, coupled with his poise under pressure, creates a compelling argument. Sometimes talent is undeniable, and no system can suppress it indefinitely. The takeaway is clear. Sanders' Pro Bowl status doesn't just mark personal achievement, it challenges coaching conventions and sets a precedent. In the future, Browns fans won't just remember Sanders' plays, they'll ask whether a coach's vision or hesitation shaped his path. And as the league watches, one fact stands out: Sanders succeeded despite obstacles, making this coaching controversy one of the most compelling stories of the season. Shedeur Sanders didn't just make headlines off the field. His on-field performance was nothing short of electrifying. Starting the final 7 games of the season, he turned what many considered a gamble into undeniable proof of his talent. Every snap seemed to tell a story: precision passes, fearless downfield throws, and clutch moments that left defenders scrambling. Analysts are calling his rookie stretch remarkable, highlighting not just the numbers, but the poise he displayed under pressure. One breakout game that fans can't stop talking about came against a top-tier defensive squad. Sanders dissected the defense with surgical accuracy, connecting on deep passes that had receivers wide open. Jerry Jeudy, previously criticized for limited separation, suddenly looked like a star, while Sanders' chemistry with the offensive line and receivers shined brighter than anyone expected. Observers noted his ability to read coverages, adjust mid-play, and make split-second decisions, skills usually reserved for seasoned quarterbacks. Another game cemented his Pro Bowl case. Facing a team notorious for blitz-heavy schemes, Sanders remained cool under fire. Defensive pressure mounted, yet he calmly shifted pockets, found open targets, and delivered timely touchdowns. Fans and analysts alike were stunned. Could a rookie really perform this consistently in high-pressure situations? The answer was a resounding yes. Even in games where the offense struggled, Sanders' leadership stood out. He kept teammates focused, motivated, and energized. His ability to elevate the performance of those around him has become a hallmark of his rookie campaign. Observers suggest that this intangible quality, composure, confidence, and leadership may ultimately distinguish him from other young quarterbacks entering the league. What's more, Sanders' stats tell only part of the story. His presence on the field shifted momentum, forced defensive coordinators to rethink schemes, and created opportunities for playmakers across the offense. Each highlight reel, from deep touchdown bombs to perfectly timed short throws, reinforced that Cleveland may have finally found a quarterback to build around. And here's the kicker: all of this happened without the full support of a system tailored to him. With an off-season program designed to maximize his skills and a coach ready to unleash him fully, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. Sanders' on-field breakout doesn't just prove he belongs in the NFL. It rewrites expectations for rookies, demonstrates the impact of natural talent, and underscores one undeniable fact: the Browns finally have a quarterback capable of changing the trajectory of the franchise. The moment Shedeur Sanders' Pro Bowl selection was announced, social media erupted. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with reactions, some in awe, some in disbelief. The common theme: Shedeur had shattered expectations. Reports suggest hashtags celebrating his achievement trended nationwide within hours, while memes comparing his rookie rise to past Browns quarterbacks went viral. Even casual NFL watchers couldn't ignore the buzz. Critics, of course, were quick to chime in. Some claimed Sanders didn't deserve the honor, arguing that 7 starts weren't enough to prove his worth. Analysts dissected stats, pointed out perceived inconsistencies, and questioned whether hype outweighed performance. Yet every critique only fueled Sanders' narrative: the rookie who rose above doubt, shined despite limited opportunities, and let results speak louder than opinions. Meanwhile, the media narrative surrounding Kevin Stefanski added another layer. Journalists noted the stark contrast: Stefanski in Atlanta building a new program versus Sanders in Paris celebrating his milestone. Some reports framed it as a cautionary tale: could Cleveland's former coach have squandered a once-in-a-generation talent? Rumors suggest front offices and fans alike are still debating whether Stefanski's approach delayed Sanders' full potential. And then there's the cultural impact. Sanders wasn't just making waves on the field. His modeling gigs for Louis Vuitton alongside his brother Shiloh amplified the spotlight. Fans embraced the duality of athlete and cultural icon, seeing Sanders as someone redefining what it means to be a modern NFL star. Every tweet, Instagram story, and fan post celebrated not just his skill, but his style, charisma, and authenticity. Local Cleveland media fueled the frenzy further. Talk shows, podcasts, and sports columns dissected his performance, quoted his Pro Bowl statement, and debated what this means for the franchise's future. Analysts repeatedly highlighted Sanders' gratitude, humility, and professionalism, suggesting that fan support wasn't just about stats, it was about character. The Pro Bowl buzz also sparked speculation about the Browns' offseason strategy. Fans and analysts alike are asking, who will coach this rising star next? How will the team build around him? Social chatter reflects a mix of excitement, anticipation, and relief. Cleveland may finally have found the quarterback to break the cycle of instability. Through it all, one fact stands out: Shedeur Sanders has captured attention on every level. From social media storms to analyst debates, fan devotion to cultural relevance, and media headlines, he has become impossible to ignore. The rookie who faced skepticism has turned it into a movement, proving that talent, timing, and confidence can rewrite narratives faster than anyone imagined. While Shedeur Sanders was making headlines in Paris, the conversation back in Cleveland focused heavily on coaching decisions. Kevin Stefanski's season with the Browns is now under intense scrutiny. Analysts argue that his conservative approach may have held Sanders back during the first half of the year. Reports suggest Stefanski preferred rigid systems over allowing Sanders to play freely, creating a mismatch between talent and opportunity. Fans online claim Sanders' late-season surge proves what many suspected all along: his potential was stifled. Stat lines from Sanders' final 7 starts tell a compelling story. Despite the shortened window, he delivered precision passing, explosive plays, and leadership under pressure. Experts highlight that his ability to read defenses, execute deep throws, and maintain poise against veteran teams demonstrates a quarterback who doesn't just have talent, he has NFL IQ. Some analysts even suggest that with a full season under the right system, Sanders could have posted historic rookie numbers. The debate isn't just about stats. Insider reports indicate tension between Sanders and Stefanski throughout the season. Some teammates reportedly noticed the lack of trust in the huddle, while others hinted at frustration behind closed doors. Rumors suggest that Stefanski's analytical obsession and adherence to old-school development strategies clashed with Sanders' instinct-driven, dynamic style. Fans seized on this narrative, framing it as a classic rookie versus coach story, the young star rising despite the limitations imposed by leadership. Meanwhile, Stefanski's move to Atlanta adds fuel to the fire. Analysts contrast his new beginnings with Sanders' accolades, painting a stark image. The coach moving on while the player he underutilized makes NFL history. Social media threads are filled with what-if scenarios. What if Sanders had started week 1? What if Stefanski had trusted his instincts? Every theory reinforces one truth: Sanders thrived in spite of obstacles, not because of them. The coaching controversy now shifts the spotlight onto Cleveland's offseason. Team executives face a pivotal choice: hire a leader who can maximize Sanders' abilities or risk repeating past missteps. Sources claim candidates like Nate Shellhouse and Todd Monken are under heavy consideration, with the goal of matching coaching philosophy to Sanders' high-ceiling skill set. One thing is certain: the narrative of coach versus quarterback has captivated fans and analysts alike. Sanders' Pro Bowl achievement has become more than personal glory. It's a commentary on talent recognition, coaching flexibility, and how the right system can either suppress or unleash greatness. Cleveland's next move will be critical, and the league is watching closely. Shedeur Sanders' Pro Bowl selection isn't just a milestone, it's the beginning of a legacy. Analysts argue that a rookie quarterback making this level of impact, despite limited starts, signals a potential franchise cornerstone. Some fans believe Sanders' rise could redefine the Browns' identity, shifting the narrative from perennial underachievers to serious contenders. Social media buzz emphasizes not just his skill, but his poise, humility, and ability to perform under scrutiny, qualities that often separate great players from legends. Historical comparisons only elevate the conversation. Sanders now joins the ranks of Otto Graham, Bernie Kosar, and other iconic Browns quarterbacks. But here's the twist: unlike many predecessors, Sanders is doing it while juggling global attention, modeling gigs, and media spotlight. Reports suggest that balancing off-field ventures with on-field performance requires exceptional focus, and Sanders is excelling at both. Analysts suggest this dual approach boosts his marketability and brand while maintaining elite performance, a combination rarely seen in young quarterbacks. The broader implications for Cleveland are monumental. The Browns' next head coach will inherit a Pro Bowl quarterback already demonstrating leadership and adaptability. Insiders claim candidates like Nate Shellhouse and Todd Monken are acutely aware that Sanders is no longer a project; he's a proven playmaker. A coach who maximizes his strengths could propel the franchise into playoff contention immediately. Conversely, failing to support him could risk stagnation and squander the momentum he's built. Off the field, Sanders' story resonates culturally. His presence in high-fashion spaces like Paris with Louis Vuitton amplifies his influence beyond football. Reports highlight that fans, especially younger audiences, are drawn to Sanders not just for his athletic prowess, but for his authenticity and lifestyle integration. This broad appeal could redefine what it means to be a modern NFL star, blending performance, personality, and cultural relevance. Ultimately, Sanders' rookie season sets a benchmark. Analysts speculate that in 5 years he could lead the Browns to playoff victories and potentially a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski's role in his journey becomes a footnote, a cautionary tale about underestimating talent. Some fans suggest history may remember Sanders' perseverance more than the obstacles he faced, solidifying his place as a transformative figure in the franchise. One thing is certain: the NFL is watching. Shedeur Sanders' journey is no longer about potential, it's about proof. His Pro Bowl achievement has already shifted expectations, raised questions about coaching, and energized a fanbase hungry for success. Cleveland's next steps, both on the sidelines and in player development, will determine just how high the star can rise. And for Sanders, the story is far from over, it's just getting started. Shedeur Sanders' rise isn't just a feel-good story, it's a statement. The Browns finally have a quarterback who can carry a team, make big plays, and handle pressure, all while navigating the chaos of a rookie season. Fans are buzzing not only about his stats, but also about his composure, his ability to lead, and the way he's captured attention on and off the field. Some observers suggest that Sanders' Pro Bowl selection could be the turning point for a franchise that has long struggled to find stability at quarterback. Others point out that this moment highlights what happens when raw talent meets opportunity, even if that opportunity came later than it should have. The timing couldn't be more dramatic. Kevin Stefanski, the coach who once hesitated to unleash Sanders' potential, is now in Atlanta, facing questions about his decisions. Meanwhile, Sanders is overseas, modeling for Louis Vuitton, celebrating a Pro Bowl nod and showing the world that his talent can't be ignored. Reports suggest that his ability to balance high-level football with off-field ventures is rare for a player this young, and that mix of focus and flair only adds to the intrigue surrounding him. Looking ahead, the stakes are even higher. The Browns' next head coach inherits a Pro Bowl quarterback who has already proven he can thrive under pressure. Sources indicate that candidates like Nate Shellhouse and Todd Monken understand Sanders isn't just another rookie, he's a foundational piece. The right coaching, tailored development, and strategic support could catapult him and the franchise into playoff contention immediately. Conversely, failing to leverage his skills could squander the momentum he's built, leaving fans wondering what might have been. Off the field, Sanders is already redefining what it means to be a modern NFL star. His media presence, cultural relevance, and charisma create a story that extends beyond football. Fans are drawn not just to his arm or his stats, but to his authenticity, humility, and ability to shine under scrutiny. Analysts suggest this combination of skill, personality, and influence could make him one of the most impactful players of his generation. One thing is undeniable: Shedeur Sanders is just getting started. The Pro Bowl is only the first chapter. Rumors, speculation, and the ongoing Browns coaching saga mean the drama isn't over, it's evolving. Fans are left wondering, how high can Sanders climb? Will Cleveland finally have the quarterback they've been waiting for? And in 5 years, will history remember Sanders as the quarterback who transformed a franchise, while the skeptics fade into the background? One thing's for sure, everyone's eyes are on him, and the next chapter promises to be even bigger.